How to deal with difficult co-workers. It's a little known fact that you can't like everybody at work, especially in a fast-paced dynamic company or a company that employs more than 3 people. You are going to have differences, but if you follow our strategy, our tips, I'll make sure that you become extremely effective with difficult co-workers. Let's get into it. Knowing how to deal with a difficult co-worker is actually a taught skill. You may not enjoy it, but eventually, if you practice and if you spend enough time and energy on effectively handling a crucial conversation, it will help you maintain and build on relationships and make you more effective in your workspace. Step 1, learn to voice your thoughts. When you're engaging with somebody, make sure that it's done in a respectful way and in a way that is calm. So if you are engaging in a crucial conversation or you are speaking to somebody and this is a very serious topic, make sure that your energy level is very low. So the more serious, the lower the energy level. Use words like I. For example, I am thankful for the opportunity to speak to you about this because it really bothers me. The meeting that we had earlier, when you called me out on that, this is how you made me feel. That way, it allows the person to save face by not taking them on directly all the time. So, very low energy, use the words I and express directly how it made you feel while being respectful and seeing it from both sides of the fence. The second step, get to know their perspective. Remember, opposing opinions, when they bash it out, the only thing that comes out is the truth. So going into a crucial conversation or going into a conversation with a co-worker that's not really an ally, your outcome should be, what is the truth? Is it my ego that's standing in the way of the truth, or is it simply the other person who doesn't have the same lens that I do to be able to communicate with me or to be able to handle the pushback? So you have to focus on that. You have to focus on the fact that when you get pushback, you need to be in a position where you understand, you process, and then only do you give feedback. Don't just shoot from the cuff. The third step, talk to your supervisor. If ever you're in a situation where the co-worker is breaking company rules or is directly opposing the company culture or doing something that is perhaps illegal, you need to make sure that you speak to the supervisor and let them know about it. You can't just suppress those feelings and let it just go on forever. Supervisor or HR manager, because they have to note it down on a file so that if it happens again and it's a regular occurrence, they can go and raise an HR issue and deal with that person that way. You have to let your supervisor know once you've spoken to them and situation doesn't improve. You have to let them know. Step 4, accepting their personality. Now, sometimes you have an introvert and an extrovert working together in the same office. You have to expect the introvert to have an energy draining experience when he's between lots of people, noise, too many moving parts. You have to accept that. You can't change who he is or you can't change who she is. If you accept it and have a look from their perspective, from their point of view, it will be much easier to click with them, connect with them on a level where you are both comfortable and where the best production within the company may occur. Number 5, if you've tried everything up to this point and it doesn't work, you have to limit your interaction with that person. Let's say, for example, it's a person that needs to sign off a certain file before it can get to the next process. You know what the do's and don'ts are when you get to that person. Make sure that all the boxes are ticked, all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed before you arrive to that person's desk. Because if you come there unprepared, you know what's going to happen. So limit your interaction with that person by gathering all the information, presenting it, getting that signature and getting out of there. Number 6, be a better person. Now, one of my favorite sayings is, kill them with love. If somebody doesn't like you, somebody goes sometimes out of their way to make your life difficult, and make certain things at work uncomfortable. Sometimes just giving love back to them, over a period of 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, sometimes months, we'll get to a stage where they're like, shit, I'm not gonna continue giving this person so much crap because they're just reacting with love. What a pleasant guy. I'm being an asshole. I'm gonna stop doing that and I'm gonna continue, mirroring what they're giving me. So don't fight fire with fire. It's more effective to fight fire with water. Or in this case, fight fire with love. Number 7, reflect on your own actions. Sometimes you just need to figure out, is there something that you are doing? You have to be very subjective. So remove yourself from the situation. Have a look at it from the sideline. Is there something that you are doing that's causing this discomfort within the relationship? Most times, there's 1 or 2 things that you can improve on to make that relationship a lot better in the future. Number 8, know your trigger points. This is very important. If you know a certain behavior or certain actions or certain results lead you to have a temper spike or to have your patience come all the way down, make sure that when you go in a situation, you are prepared for it. So when it happens, you've got an exit. So for example, if I receive bad news, I know that my temper is going to jump through the roof. My patience level is down to the ground. So what do? I start breathing, and for 90 seconds, it's an instinct. I start asking questions. What about this? What about this? What about this? What about why? Within 90 seconds, I've already calmed down. My patience is rising again. My tolerance levels are very high again, and I can make an effective decision or give a good instruction rather than to shoot from the hip and go and engage in a difficult conversation with someone that is not really necessary. If you enjoyed these steps, if you find them effective, please share it with somebody that might be struggling with this. Also, hit the like button, do subscribe and hit the bell. Thank you very much. Take care and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye, everyone.